Yeah, I text him. I mean, obviously we need Michael Gallup. He's been out there making plays for the first 2 weeks. Um, injuries are a part of the game. I just told him to come back with a chip on his shoulder.
With him out, who, how do you see compensating for that and the way this offense runs and running different guys in those spots?
I mean, yeah, today Devin practiced in this spot, so I'm guessing that'll be his replacement while he's gone.
What's the key to running a good rub route or pick route, whatever you guys call them? I know obviously you don't want to get a penalty for it, but what is kind of the key and that you're kind of focused on when you guys do stuff like that?
I mean, you can't pick him, obviously, so you have to get in his way, make him go over the top on a certain rub route or underneath on a certain rub route.
Amari, what kind of appreciation in the receiver room do you guys have for Devin? Just what he's been through injury-wise?
I mean, I personally have a lot of appreciation for what he's been able to overcome. He's a guy who came out in my receiving class, and I got to watch him a lot while I was in college. We actually played them in the Sugar Bowl, and they beat us, and he had a pretty good game. And just watching him in college, he was a really good receiver. He got to the league and had a string of injuries, which were just unfortunate. But to see him be able to overcome that and come out here and look like his old self is pretty amazing.
What's the key when you are facing a team like the Dolphins that struggled the way they have early, and how well you guys have played, to make sure that the team doesn't overlook Sunday to have a letdown?
I mean, me personally, I just look at them as an NFL team with a whole bunch of professionals, whole bunch of first-round players, just a whole bunch of great players on their team. So I know with my matchup, I'm not going to overlook anybody because I respect the player and I respect the professional. So
How healthy are you today?
I mean, I'm straight.
The foot is not bothering you anymore, or?
I mean, it's getting better every day. It's better than it was last week.
What impresses you most by what Dak has been able to do in these first two games, because it's such a remarkable statistical achievement in these two games?
What I'm impressed with most is him being able to do it for 2 weeks. It's easy to have one good game, but to be consistent, I think greatness is just consistency. So for him to be consistent, and that is pretty remarkable.
When you see your next opponent getting outscored 43-0, I mean, how are you able to kind of compartmentalize and think of it as a new game as opposed to maybe being worse than they might be?
I mean, I feel like a lot of us have been on teams that have gotten beat like that. I don't think that really defines you, especially not in the first 2 weeks. I know when I was on a team who probably got beat like that, I didn't feel like we sucked. I just felt like we had a bad game, and that's how I feel about the Dolphins. I don't feel like they sucked. They just got blew out one time or twice, 2 times.
So you're not licking your chops?
What do you mean?
You're not licking your chops, thinking, okay, we have a chance to go off?
I'm not. I mean, they have a Pro Bowl corner over there.
Going back to when you were on a team like that, what is the feeling and how do you overcome that mentality in a locker room after a loss like that?
I mean, the leaders have to step up. You have to practice harder, and you have to have a real conversation with the team. Is this how we want to be defined or not?
You were teammates with Alan Hearns for just a short period of time, but what did you think of the way he was able to overcome that injury, come back, and obviously now he's with Miami. What did you think of having him as a teammate? What do you think of him as a person?
Yeah, he was a real good teammate. I still talk to him from time to time. I've spoken to him since he has been a part of the Dolphins, and he's in good spirits. He's always level-headed, and he's just a good person to talk to.
What do you think you and Dak got such a good chemistry? So, even going back to last year, how you guys seem to click fast?
Like I said, man, I can't really explain it. I mean, I got here, and we were just able to click. Like I said before, I think his game matches my game well. And sometimes it's just like that. It's like I don't know if this is a good analogy or not, but like it's like when you put certain foods together. Like if you put ketchup on a burger. You know, it just tastes good together. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I would describe it.
So you and Dak like ketchup on a burger or
No.
ketchup on fries?
Ketchup on eggs.
Which one is it? What's the food?
I would just say we mesh well together.
Just surprised you how fast it's developed a little bit.
It doesn't surprise me because I mean I know Dak is a good player. I feel like I'm a good player, so no, it don't surprise me.
Kellen Moore's done a great job moving the ball around. 5 different players scored against the Giants, 4 against the Redskins. Can you just talk about how encouraging that is for you and the way he's utilizing all weapons on offense?
Yeah, I mean it's real encouraging. The way I look at it is, if we want to get to where we want to go, which is obviously the postseason and beyond, we have to play like that. Everybody has to be a threat. Everybody has to get in the end zone so that the defense can't really game plan for us, and if they can't go into the game saying, okay, we got to stop this guy, we got to stop that guy, it leaves all of us wide open.
Amari, what do you say to people who think this game Sunday should just be a walk in the park?
I haven't heard anybody say that. I mean, obviously, I can see why people would say that, being that the team we're playing against got blowed out twice. But like I said, I personally don't look at it like that. It's just not true. You know, they're a professional football team with a whole bunch of good players, and that's the way I look at it.
It's natural to kind of focus on the big plays and what you're doing overall offensively, the explosive offense, but you've been much better as a team at protecting the quarterback this year than you were over the course of last year. How important is that, and where the receiver's role in that too, about winning early and giving an option to Dak where he can get the ball out quickly?
Yeah, I mean, that's where all the big plays start, up front. If the pocket isn't clean in the passing game, if our offensive line aren't moving the guys on the defensive line in the run game, none of the plays will work. So it's very important.